News that we are breaking to you. Veteran actor Kader Khan has passed away after prolonged illness. The man, known for playing iconic roles in several Bollywood movies, passed away at the age of 81 after prolonged illness. The actor had slipped into a coma and had been hospitalized in Canada for 16 to 17 weeks. Santhya Gora joining us on the phone line. Santhya, we are sharing tragic news with our viewers today. Kader Khan, veteran actor who is also known for being a comedian and a dialogue writer, is no more with us. Can you give us more information on the circumstances of his death, please?
Afida, Kader Khan was hospitalized and he was hospitalized in Canada, and 31st December, which was yesterday, was the time when he passed away. He was not well. He was not well since a very long time. And if we talk about Kader Khan, in fact, unfortunately, the rumors of his death, they were spread. They got spread, and yesterday in the morning itself that his son he quashed all those rumors. But by the end of the day, unfortunately, Kader Khan left the world. If we talk about the veteran actor, he was not just an actor, but also a screenwriter. He acted in almost 300 movies and wrote dialogues for 250 movies. That's how much work he did. And if we talk about his peak in the decades of 80s and 90s, he was at the peak of his career. And if we talk about the memorable movies, most of them were with Govinda, Anil Kapoor, David Dhawan. And he was that one actor who was not just a comedian, but he did pretty serious roles as well. And he was involved in almost every part of filmmaking. But unfortunately, another loss for Bollywood.
Right, a versatile actor who dabbled in many things. Of course, like you said, he was a screenwriter, a dialogue writer. Some of his memorable movies include Ganga Jamuna Saraswati, Coolie, Desh Premi, Suhag, Amar Akbar Anthony, Lavaris and Mukaddar Ka Sikandar. So like you said, Santhya, that his peak was during the 80s and the 90s, but it seems that he was not active in public life for quite some time because of his illness. So what we hear as of now is that his son has confirmed this news that his father passed away at the age of 81 on the 31st of December at around 6 p.m. is what the son posted, saying, "My dad has left us. He passed away at 6 p.m. as per Canadian time on the 31st of December. He slipped into a coma that afternoon. He was hospitalized for 16 to 17 weeks. Kader Khan's family has also confirmed that the last rites will be performed in Canada. That is where his entire family resides. The son actually also says in his statement that we are thankful to everyone for their blessings and prayers. Kader Khan was active as an actor and screenwriter during the 80s and the 90s. I have Mr. Satish Kaushik joining me on the phone line. Mr. Kaushik, rather unfortunate news for us. Veteran actor Kader Khan no more. Your thoughts on this, please?
Very sad news on the first day of the new year. It's very sad to hear this because Kader Bhai was a major driving force of the film industry, that he brought in a cinema which was very good for public, and he connected to the audiences very well, right into the hearts of little villages and all this thing. His cinema, his dialogue writing, his acting has been a great part of Indian cinema, and I'm so sad to hear about that because my personal relation with him was means I've acted with him in a film. I've directed him in a film, Badhai O Badhai, and he was such a great talent, right from the days of his theatre. That how he was a theatre actor and a professor, and then he wrote films, acted in films, and he was writing a book, and how he was working on the language.
Yes.
It's very sad to hear that,
Right.
I really miss him, yeah.
Yes, it is a loss indeed, and particularly, Mr. Kaushik, because he was multifaceted, isn't it? I mean, he, of course, was a great actor. He started as a theatre actor, like you said, but he dabbled with dialogue writing, and he was a prolific writer in that sense. And also, I remember personally watching so many of his movies where he was a great comedian on screen.
Yeah, he had a great sense of timing. The way he used to deliver his dialogues, whether it was, in punches and in the timing of dialogues was unbelievable. You know, I've acted with Hasina Maan Jayegi or Badhai Ho Badhai. I directed him. You know, so many films I've done with him, and his sense of timing. I did a film called Umar with him, where played lead roles, and means he was wedded to his profession.
Right.
Because he actually had a long career till he actually started feeling a little ill, you know. That was bad. And I have a personal relation. Both his sons have worked with me, you know. Sarfaraz and Shahnawaz, both of them have worked with me. Shahnawaz was my assistant, and Sarfaraz was in Tere Naam. You know, and Bilenge. So I had a great connect with him. You know.
Right.
We have traveled sometimes together and talked about literature, about dialogue writing, about movies. You know, a great guy, you know.
Yes, I mean, Mr. Satish Kaushik, you are known yourself for being somebody who has a great comic timing. You're a great performer yourself. And for you to say that Mr. Kader Khan actually has set the benchmark when it comes to being a comedian, perfectly with that comic timing, like you mentioned, I want to ask you, what would you say would be his contribution to the Hindi film industry? What would Kader Khan be best remembered for, according to you?
You know, Kader Bhai had connect with the audiences, you know, connect with the smallest of viewer, you know, that who belongs to a little village. His, you know, the greatest power of his writing and his performance was that he was able to connect to his characters very well. You know, that was his USP.
Right.
You know.
Right. Satish Kaushik, they're saying Kader Khan was the man who could connect to his audience, who had the power of writing. He was mesmerizing when it came to comic timing. Thanks very much for joining us, Mr. Kaushik.